All right, I'm going to give you a quick demonstration to show how you can use Google Sheets to analyze your data. So Google Sheets is essentially the Google Suite's dupe of Excel. It functions a lot the same way, but it has much better sharing capabilities than Excel does, which works really well with students. So here I have a sample of the MPA cruise plankton data. So the date of the cruise and the number of target species present. And there's a lot of different things we can do to visualize this data to make more sense of it, since we have quite a lot of numbers here. If I just want to generally see the trend over time, I can select the date and the number of target species present, and then maybe I'll select the first couple of years of our plankton data here. I'll just go up to 2017. Once the data you have is selected, you can go to Insert, Chart. And right here, it automatically makes a line chart, although you can change the type based on what you want to create in the chart editor over at the right. As you can see, there is a lot of up and down here, so it's a little hard to tell if there's a trend just from the connected line between all of the data points. So you could even change it to a scatter plot. Then you can go to the Customize feature if you wanted to add something like a trend line in Customize Trend Line. Now we can kind of see more of a linear regression to see if our plankton is overall going up or down over time, since obviously there's lots of seasonal variation. So here our line is going up, so we can tell that there is an increase overall in our plankton over time. So that's one way that you can kind of visualize your data. But like I mentioned, you can see there's a lot of seasonal variation. So if you wanted to look into that a little bit more, we could create different kinds of graphs, perhaps a bar graph comparing seasons. So again, just with a small sample of the data, looking at the first year, we could create an average for the number of target species present in each of those seasons. So if I want to look at how many plankton species were present in the winter months, I can, over here, calculate an average. So equals average, equals tells us that we want to do an equation, average tells us what math to do, and then I'm just going to select all of this plankton species numbers from the winter for 2015. I'm just using 2015 for now as an example. End your parentheses and enter. And I did the same for spring, summer, and fall of 2015. So once you've calculated averages for each of those seasons, you could create a graph again by selecting the data you want to graph, insert, chart, and now can tell we're comparing categorically here, so it created a bar graph. And you can see where our number of plankton species present was the highest. Was it in winter, spring, summer, or fall? So those are a couple of ways that you can create graphs in Google Sheets.